Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. Last time, we viewed the fruits of our labor by purifying the heart of the Jinso tree, by looking at the purified thorn-filled swamp, and viewed the effects of the... Well, we were able to traverse underwater. Then afterwards, we just did some basic collection points, including getting a particularly devious 99% of inside the Moon Grotto, as well as doing some more collecting the Thornfelt Swamp. We are going to get that 1% today. After extensive testing, I found out that the missing 1% is actually not in the Moon Grotto itself, but rather in the Black Root Burrows. I was planning on doing the Black Root Burrows in this episode anyway, but this just gives me even more reason to do so. So, last time we were actually in here, we actually couldn't progress any further because there's this little peg here, there's this little boulder over here that now blocks this little spirit light. We can just use our newfound stomp ability and allows us to access that spirit light because we have the double jump. We can easily get back onto the wall to scale on the platform. And speaking of stomp, hit this peg down over and over again, opening up the way to the Moon Grotto, in case we ever needed that shortcut. In hindsight, it would have been better to actually visit the Black Root Burrows first, but well. Anyway, now that we open the door, surely that's the missing 1%, right? Nope! This 1% will haunt me for the rest of my days. Except, no, we're gonna get over our fear this episode. So last time we were here, we were also unable to progress. We're just going to go back to where the boulder dispel. Pull the lever. And oh my goodness, every time the music plays in one of these areas, it's so good. Wish I could just let the music, I wish I could just let the music keep on playing, but I got explaining to do. So this was the parts that we couldn't progress before, but now we have Stomp. Bam! We're now in the Lost Grove. Be careful when going down here though, because it's everybody's favorite thing in this game, insta-kill lasers. Oh! I cut it close over there. And you know what, I'm just gonna keep my eye on the Moon Grotto over there, just to see what triggers the missing 1%. Because I've tested it before, I've been through this area, I know something in here activates that missing 1%. And yay, even more insta-kill lasers. We're just having to run headfirst in. Just dash along through there, you should be able to make it just after going. There's a kamikaze beetle right over there. Really doesn't pose that much of a threat as long as you keep your distance, and if needed, you could always bash away. Even more insta-kill lasers. What is with this game and insta-kill lasers? Seriously, these insta-kill lasers make one life mode runs all the more stressful. We've got another enemy type over here. I'm actually not exactly sure what they're called. Me and post, be sure to edit that in. What their name is. Anyway, over here, you see another statue? Another statue of Naru species. That is really sad of what is happening. We're finding more and more about Naru's past and how she actually had friends with some of the spirit guardians, but it gets even sadder. We drop down here, we see an ancestral tree. Soul could cast her light. Even in the dark, she would see. She lived deep in this grove. Now she rests here in peace. Absorb the light. You gain the light burst. This ability, I'll say, is awesome. It allows us to fire... It basically just gives Ori a projectile that they can use. We can just aim it, and we can use it to light up lanterns. Now, if you were paying attention to that cutscene... Actually, let me just say. The light burst looks like a small little ball. In that cutscene that was playing earlier, we saw Naru and two other spirit guardians playing with what looked to be like some sort of glowy orb, and at least this is my interpretation, but one of the spirit guardians that was playing with Naru was Schoell, and we now know how well that turned out for him. But, and if that wasn't... And if you're paying close attention to that cutscene, we saw one of the Spirit Guardians actually perform a dash, heavily implying that it was Eki, or Iki. Both did not make it, and I believe when visiting Iki's ancestral tree, there's a little bit of dialogue just showing that Iki was looking for Naru, but couldn't find her when she died. He died. And it's just so heartbreaking. They never got the reunion that they so rightfully deserved. But, and honestly, I only just noticed that little dash within that cutscene. Like, I was always just speculating that it was Iki and Schoell because of the projectile, and Iki due to its location. But I just saw the dash over there in this playthrough, and jeez. Anyway, so we got a ability cell right over there. If we use air dash over here, we get ourselves an ability point. With some spirit light, and you know what? We saw Iki over there with its dash ability. Why don't we get the upgraded form charge dash? It's not gonna help us with our. Whoop. This is not gonna help us with our energy problem because we're gonna be using a lot of energy in this dungeon because these projectiles actually do use. It's down 98%. Some of Ori's energy, but I'll just try and demonstrate when I get a good opportunity. By the way, the bash does a little bit of damage, not much, but it's enough to, well, damage enemies with. Just gonna heal up over here, and this game gives you a tutorial about it in a little bit, but using Light Burst, we can actually create a projectile for us to bounce off of, giving us a ton of height and ways to actually traverse the area that we couldn't do before. Light Burst is decent as a projectile, but amazing as a platforming tool. There's just so many ways Ori is just so powerful when it comes to movement, and it just makes this game super satisfying to play. Just to learn all the basics of platforming. There's a hidden little secret area allowing you to grab a little bit of spirit light. Oop. Took a little bit of damage. And speaking of the tutorial area, this tells you how to use bash. So we're gonna do just that. Oh, we want to bounce off of that and grab ourselves an ability cell. We already have 2 levels. This area, the Lost Grove, showers you in EXP. In fact, yes! Yes, okay! That is the missing 1%. Whew! Finally, the madness is over. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on moving down over here. We need to be aware of these spitters over here. Now, I think these spikes are actually insta-kill, and I don't think there's actually another instance of there being insta-kill spikes within this game. There's always been insta-kill lasers or something else, but for whatever reason, those forwards, no. Ori is apparently super allergic to them. We get another ability cell. I'm telling you, they're just showering us with these. Not that I'm complaining. Let's actually go for another level up over here. Spirit efficiency? Why don't we? We already got, we're already getting so much EXP. Why not more? Aha, we got more of these slimes. Stop down, and then charge flame. Bash the spitters into them. Lowering this projectile raises that little wall. Unfortunately, we aren't able to get there, but if we throw a very nicely arced light burst, may need a couple tries. May need a little bit more power to it. There we go. It opens up that gate over there. Getting ourselves some more energy. And we got some more of these birds. These birds actually, these small little birds actually remind you of mini versions of Kuro. And you know what? This is actually our first time going to be using the light burst as a weapon. You know what? There is a sort of auto aim to it. So if we just aim up, and I am doing an amazing job at, you know what? We'll use it as a projectile in the next room, because honestly, just bashing off that is just so much easier. Okay. Got more of these guys. Oh, yep. That's what I was talking about with the auto aim. Sometimes it's very powerful. It's actually relatively accurate as well. Of course, I was proving the exact opposite in the previous room, but who needs consistency? Anyway, we've got a lantern over here. We just light up the lantern, and that uncovers a platform for us over here. And over here, got another theme change. This song is a remix of Naru's theme from the prologue of the game. We got these mortar worms over here. Gonna bash them up. And there's sort of like this melancholic feel to this track. Just like okay, let's just breathe over here. And we're just gonna just swim by these crushers. Because we don't want Ori to be crushed. That would be bad. But I'm just gonna shut up for a minute and let you listen to this track. Here we have another usage of light burst, except no. This track is just like, ooh. I don't know, like the use of like specific melodies and stuff is just like, this game just does so well. Got another use of light burst here. This time we're just going to step on this platform to stop the insta-kill laser. We're gonna throw our light burst onto the trampoline, and that is going to destroy the platform that was blocking us off initially. Ooh. Throw another light burst on top of an insta-kill laser. Get some energy back. And flip the lever. And that uncovers yet another ability cell. Keep on climbing up this wall. I wonder if we can do it without the light burst. We can! In fact, go over here. There's a small little bit of spirit light for you to grab. We're almost at level 4. We almost have like 4 levels access. Ah man, I cannot get over this track. This is even one of the tracks that I listen to on a huge basis. This game just has the soundtrack in this game. Gareth Coker did an amazing job composing the soundtrack. Right then, so we can go for Ultra Stomp over here. And you know what? Why don't we just increase our offense fully? Raise this platform. Just gonna dash to the exit using Iki's abilities. And we're just gonna make our way down. Over here, we found their home. Though they are gone from our forest, there is no time to grieve. Remember those who have passed, and they will forever live on. For whatever reason, my mind just defaults to Iki and Soul for that. For whatever reason, like, there are characters that don't even appear in this game outside of that one little flashback and just serve to give Ori the abilities from Dash and Ultra and Light Burst, but and you can even see Naru created a statue of her deceased father, and there are even the flowers or the turnips that she had, I guess just to pay respects. But a small glimpse into Naru's past. And, well, The cycle repeated itself with Ori and Naru. This game is sad, man. Over here, we just see like a beautiful little room right over here. I'm guessing like this was Naru's crib when she was young. It's mainly just speculation over here. There's really nothing left to be done. We have 99% left of the Black Root. It's okay. It's okay. I know where it is, but that still doesn't help. I went to the wrong area. And it just cut off that little moment. It's like 99%. What is with this game of 99%? By the way, speaking of the percentages, the Lost Grove and Black Root Burrows completion rate count as one area. So you're fine if you have 99% on one and the other. You just need to look for the entire area. Granted, it is a very big area. It is a decently large dungeon. But our missing 1% actually lies in the dungeon, and now might actually be a good time to showcase our ability to charge that. We're gonna hold down the left trigger, and then to let it rip, we just press dash. And act something similar to Sonic's homing attack of all things. Anyway, so I believe, yes, we're just going to bash off this. We're just gonna climb up over here, and that's 100%. So I'll see you guys back at the entrance, even though, well, yeah, it just takes a little bit. Alright, so, back over here, we got actually a little bit of stuff that we can do. Right over here, there's a little unexplored part, and these lanterns that we had taunting us before, we can light them up. That uncovers a little doorway. And here are two spirit guardians just like making their home inside a cave. I'm guessing like hiding from Kuro, but maybe like this is like Iki and Soul. Like Naru's species has been shown to like do art projects such as carving and such, so maybe it's just like a small little portrayal, but I don't know how to really. And it's just purely my speculation at this point. Nothing's confirmed, but it's a nice little Easter egg, if not just a little bit sad, because Ori is the last spirit guardian, at least that we know of in this game. It's like, they're all gone, it's just like Ori's the only one left. Anyway, we've been to this area before. We'll just use a quick bash, and we're good to go. Back over here, at the starting area of the game, I'm gonna just use a light burst, followed up with a bash, just get over this safely, and there is a large spirit-like container. Bashing gives us a lot. Bashing over there just allows us to fill up the area. This actually gives us like a lot of ways to traverse this. We're gonna be making some progress, story progress here, but that's gonna be nearing the end. A large chunk of this episode is just going to be focusing on more collections that we weren't able to do before, but the collections are just going to be largely on the way. The other point, I'm sure I checked that place before. Have I? Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Yes, I have. Okay. You know what? Just to actually check, we should actually go for the life markers that are shown. And well, we don't really have that many life markers left, considering that we have 10 out of 12 of them. And the life markers don't even show up on the map at all, so it's in areas that we haven't been to before. So that's all well and good. Right. over here, now that we have Light Burst, we can now gain enough height, and let's go to this secret little alcove, grabbing us another level up. This game is just showering us with EXP at this point. Back in the area where we got the wall jump. Whoops, we should take it down first. Except no, that's the there is the map stone. So keep on heading down. Oop. Take a little damage in the process. We're going to just bash straight on up, and we're gonna get a life cell. Not a life cell, some spirit light. I'm just confusing. I don't get the names of the enemies right. I get the names of the collectibles wrong. Jeez, it's almost as if I haven't played this game before. Anyway, that's all for us to do in this general area, but if we head out of here and then just continue along the path up to the spirit tree. Grab some energy cells while we're at it. Bash over this area. We can bash ourselves up and grab ourselves another ability cell for another level up. We can open this energy door right over here. And as we can see here, there is a fancy little energy cell waiting for us. We want to be very careful going downwards though, because not only is there that little stomper, and I forget the enemy names, but there's also our favorite, another insta-kill laser. Luckily there's a rock to just like completely block out the laser beam. Just quickly double jump over here, and we got ourselves an energy cell. We can get this like as soon as we got 4 energy cells, or if you can like time your experience very well, you can open the door with just 2. But regardless of the way how you want to do, it's there, and you really don't need actually any other abilities but the double jump, I believe. This right over here, though, whoops. We just bash that projectile right back at the spitter. Another lantern that opens up the door for us, and get ourselves a little bit of height, jump up, and here's a little bit of a fun part: bash off these slimes, and grabs ourselves yet another ability cell. What is with all the ability cells in this episode? And I just walked over forwards. Whoopsie me. I guess if there's one thing that you could be critical about this game, some of the like environmental leaves and thorns kind of just like can blend together, but even still. And that is 100% for the Sunken Glades. Wow. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that, but we're now done with this entire area. Now, if you were playing the normal, non-definitive edition of this game, some of the collectibles in the Sunken Glades you wouldn't be able to get purely because you couldn't get enough height, and Light Burst and Dash do not exist within the original version. We just get to bask in the glory of the spirit tree once again. It's always something just to be. It's just such a calm, serene area. Such a grand presence the tree has. Anyway, enough gushing over that. Whoa, what we're gonna do now over here is we're going to bust open this wall. But first, we're actually just gonna go up over here, and we're just gonna grab some spirit light. This is a very sneakily hidden bit of spirit light. We're gonna bash open this wall. In fact, I think if anything that uses up energy can break this wall. Let me just test it. Yep, it does. Nice. We now are in the Valley of the Wind. Grab ourselves another ability cell over here. A very easy one to collect. Got more of these night birds. I really don't know what they're called. Me and Post, please put their name up on screen again. Thank you. They're not too bad if you use Bash as an offensive measure just to reset their positioning. Otherwise, it can be like pretty tricky to deal with. We could have gone to this area before once we had Charged Flame to break down that wall. But honestly, there is no reason to. But because there are a couple things that is locked off to us. First, for instance, is that little pole that will open up the doorway that is required for progression. This one over here, you can actually like scale this wall by using single jumps only, but it is really difficult to do so. But I'm gonna try so anyway. I think I double jumped over there. I may have like double jumped over that when grabbing a ledge, but that was actually like surprisingly clean. I didn't expect to do it that fast. Using our projectiles, bash. Seriously, like Ori's offensive kit is just supremely good. Stomp, light burst. It's all great. Here I have another lantern. Use it. That opens up a small little gateway. And then we have dash. Grab over here and grab ourselves. We have 5 level ups. This game is just showering us with level ups. Last episode it was life up cells. This episode it is level ups in EXP. So let's grab energy markers. And you know what? This is actually probably the best opportunity to grab it, water breath, because this area you actually need to go through it quickly. If you were to, but there are crushers over here, and you may need to wait a little bit in order to not get crushed. So it's nice having that infinite health meter, and even with the unlimited breath underwater, the water breathing, he still makes those cute noises. Ori, I love you so much. Okay, so we can open this up, and then, like entering the Black Root Burrows, we could just quickly move around that. But that is risky, and we don't want to pull Ori in harm's way. So the better option is to actually just use Light Burst. I'm not sure if this is actually in the original game or not, but if you have Light Burst, use it there. It's much easier and much less risky, and I especially recommend that method if you're doing a 1 life mode. Otherwise, it's just like a free energy cell, and this little thing can be tricky, but be sure to visit this area for the map completion. The Valley of the Wind is a pretty large area, so we're making some pretty good progress here. Be sure to wait a little bit, so that we see to it that Ori is just not crushed. Swim in a little bit of circles, and we're just about to resurface. One thing that's actually really fun that you can do with these bursts is that you can just kind of get like a lot of height with double jump, as these guys just love to charge into you. You can just make it up here, no sweat at all. And Bash is so satisfying to use. Look at that! Just like bash them and just straight send them yoink into the spikes. Right over here, this Spirit Light isn't even hidden. No reason for you to not grab it. It's not even out of the way. We got a little bit of bash chain right over here. We got 2 paths that we can go for here. Well, let's take the left path immediately, and that leads over to the Misty Woods, which is our destination. I know of this place. The feel of the air. The path to the west leads to the Misty Woods trail. Kuro looms up ahead. Won't allow us to pass. Let's not travel further, lest we unleash her wrath. Oh boy, every time we narrowly escaped Kuro, but if we confront her head on, it probably won't end so well for us. There's a spirit fountain over here that we can safely get, so we need to find another way of actually getting over to the Misty Woods. Luckily, there's a path over here. Whoop, come on. This guy's sticky. Little area where we can just bash. There's a little bit of a... I'm gonna call it a dark loop for now. If that's the correct pronunciation, then oh boy. Ooh. Oh! I didn't actually think that would work. Okay. Normally you need another ability for this, but apparently if you lure up the bird over here, you can and then just stomp on it. You can crush that little opening pathway. That is honestly really cool. I did not know that was the thing, but more you know. Ooh, this little thing here. Get the spider to aim at you. Just bash, bash, bash away, and we're getting another ability. So how many of these are we gonna get? Oh boy. Let's go for Charge Flame Blast. Enhances the radius and attack of Charge Flame. We haven't been using Charge Flame as an attack all that much, but oh well. I want it to be cool and just moving tech into the spider, but in hindsight, that's probably not the best idea because we probably need the projectiles. We're actually got like a lot of bastioning here. There's some forms over here, so just be careful of your platforming. Otherwise, you could grab that Spirit Light right over there. Head over to this little corner. Grab yourself some more Spirit Light. Bait out to projectiles from the spiders. And these enemies are getting a little bit tougher. They're actually taking more projectiles. So, and now, over here, we're on higher ground. And look what we got here. As long as Kuro is out there, the path to the Misty Woods will be blocked. But look up there. We might be able to distract her if we loosen that rock. Distract her, you say, Sign. Well, right over here, we got even more bash chains. I swear, the developers knew that bashing was probably one of the most satisfying platforming elements of this game, and they used it so well. So the distractor, huh? I wonder if this counts as a distraction. Yes, apparently rock to head is very distracting. You collected Kuro's feather. This will allow Ori to glide, and this is honestly like really nice to have. Just more ways to just reposition ourselves in conjunction with Ori's really good double jump. It's just great, and we can now cross this loosened bridge. Man, rock to head. That was far more than a distraction sign. The haze. I'm not supposed to voice. I'm not supposed to voice the spirit tree. What am I doing? We've now arrived in the Misty Woods. We've now got kamikaze spitters. These are basically enhanced versions of the spitters that we fought before. They're much tougher and they deal a lot more damage. Got a ramming beetle over here. We got a log that we can break. And we got a level up. And you know, despite already having 6% already, we haven't covered that much of this area already, and yet we're already at 22% completion. This is interesting because this area is kind of a one-time visit, but also not really. The shrouded lantern, this mysterious haze bellows out of its stem. We find a way to light it. The path might clear it up once again. Next time on Ori and the Blind Forest, we'll be heading into the mysterious Misty Woods in pursuit of the Gumon seal. See you guys then.